I want to end it with this. So I made a list of who I think is the most underrated team in each of the five power conferences, and I
Ooh.
want your guys' reaction to whether or not you agree with me or if I got this one wrong. So obviously, SEC, we just talked about it a little bit. I'm going with Texas A&M. I'm buying Buckyball. I think that he put together a roster that fits with the style that he wants to play, and he has a couple of guys that should be better in this situation than they have been in previous situations. We talked about Federico, T.O. when we did the Texas A&M offseason grades. Mackenzie Mbako, I think, is in a situation that fits him much better than what he was at Indiana. And like you give me Pop Isaacs and Riley Griffin running the floor and jacking up a bunch of threes, and I think that that is a pretty good situation for a coach that wants to play at that tempo. Where do you guys stand? Fant, I'll go you first.
Hmm. If I could not pick them, um, I'm actually going to pick Missouri. Yeah, I think that they're gonna have another a good year here. I know that there was a rough patch, but I look at that roster between Sebastian Mack coming in and Anthony Robinson in the backcourt, Mark Mitchell and Javon Porter in the front court for this team. There's some question marks for them to answer, but I think that this is a team that's going to be hovering around the point where A&M is. I think A&M's like seventh, maybe sixth. It's hard to be in the top five in the SEC with where their roster is, but I expect Mizzou to be in the middle of the league and to once again have a good home court where they can cause problems, wreak some havoc. I think they sometimes get lost in the conversation. So I'm actually going to go with Coach Gates, and I think that Missouri is a team to take into account when you're looking and forecasting the SEC.
Agree with both of you. The interesting one for me, I'm just gonna. I don't know that they'll be great, but they have a point guard that's going to be fun to watch as he transitions to the SEC. But LSU and Deion Thomas transferring from UNLV, will he finally get LSU competitive? They
Yeah.
just haven't been over the past X amount of years. So
Yep.
that's huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I've just you talk about underrated. I love Texas A&M. Love that pick. Mizzou. I think Dennis has kind of found a formula that works. I'm just throwing another name out of the hat. They're drawing another name out of the hat. Deion Thomas is a really talented young man, and he controls flows of games. How's that going to work in the SEC? I'm really intrigued.
Yep. All right. In the ACC, I went with the Syracuse Orange. I think that they have the talent on the roster to be a borderline top 25 team, and I do believe that they should be in the NCAA tournament this year. I love Nate George as a point guard. I think it allows JJ Starling to play a little bit more off the ball. And if he buys into that, be something that is a little bit more effective. And then Donnie Freeman coming back and being healthy is a guy that I think has a chance to really step forward. This is the year for Red, man. He's got to prove it. He's got the roster to be able to win this year, T.O.
Got to prove it. Love the team they put together. Klein did a terrific job. I actually sent him a text message saying, "Hey, dude, like, I was looking at your roster. Love the roster. Now Syracuse and Red, they got to win. There's no excuse if they don't win with this crew. They're not going to, because this team has plenty of talent to do it. Underrated for the league, Virginia. And I feel like we get sidetracked a lot of times. We talk about Duke, we talk about Louisville, we talk about NC State, we talk about North Carolina. You look down at Virginia's roster, Down Hall, solid point guard at BYU. Malik Thomas somehow got another year of eligibility. He was crushing it last year. And then a couple of other guys, Sam
Tease
Lewis
the
from
Ritter,
Toledo.
baby. Remember that name.
Who?
Tease the Ritter.
Yeah. Tista Ritter, who won a Champions League title last year for Bilbao out of Spain, who played on the same team as a guy who played for our guy Danny Sprinkle at Montana State, Norwegian Harold Frey, point guard, big time player playing EuroLeague. He's 27 years old. Tista Ritter can also play. They're going to be good. Virginia, as far as my underrated, and I'm not even sure they're underrated. We just have overlooked.
Yep. Banta?
Another Methodist. SMU to me
Like it.
makes the tournament this upcoming season. It's a bit of a flashy pick, I know, but Boopy Miller, Jerron Pierre, Corey Washington, okay, out on the perimeter. They've got a little bit of depth too. They brought in Sam Walters coming in from Michigan front court wise, and then I think a guy The big man from Turkey, Samet Yigitoglu. He averaged in double figures as a freshman. He's another year older. He'll
He's
be
a
their man
monster.
inside. If size matters, and he's a guy that comes back, got a lot of experience last year, stays with the program, but Boopy Miller can be a guy that can change the game. We know Enfield is a good coach. SMU made a little bit of noise at times as last year went on. I expect that to be more. BJ Edwards is an X factor for the Mustangs. SMU can be a top 4 team in the ACC if everything comes together. Top 4 or 5.
I like it. I like it. BJ Edwards, East Tennessee, stand up first and foremost.
All right, we got about 4 minutes here. Let's roll through the last 2 leagues.
Hey, hold on. Virginia Tech, Neo of Dallas. You don't know the name? Freaking learn it.
Neoclis, right?
Neoclis.
Neo.
Important game, November 8th, week 1 games. Out of all the week 1, there's a lot of week 1 games. Do not sleep on November 8th. Important game for 2 coaches, 2 programs. Providence, Virginia Tech.
Perfect segue. My most underrated team in the Big East is the Providence Friars.
Oh, you're pandering.
No, I am not. I am look. I'm literally wearing a UConn hat right now. Okay, but look, they added Jason Edwards, who was 17 a game in the SEC last year. Duncan Powell was. There was a stretch where he looked like one of the best big guys in the ACC.
Best haircut in the NCAA.
Best haircut. I'm a big fan of Oswin. I'm not even going to try to say your last name, Oswin. Jalen Sellers is another guy that was 14 a night in the Big 12 before he got hurt as in 23, 24. And Corey Flyer starting at the point. Love this Providence team. Love what they put together. Another guy, Kimmy, you got to prove it. This is a year, man. You got the roster to do it.
Georgetown made it to the gold medal game in the Global Jam. And they played without like 4 players. We'll see how that goes. I think Cooley kind of gets them to close to 500 this year, and it's a lot more fun to watch.
Yep. Fanta?
Yeah, I do think that talent-wise, it's Providence. They're a team that if it comes together and they make perimeter shots, can be a really dangerous group. And I loved the get of Duncan Powell because when you think of Providence, you think of dogs. Duncan Powell can be that type of guy. When the Friars are at their best, they have that type of guy. Providence has the pieces to make the big dance, and frankly, they should. It's all there for the taking. Now it's time for them to do it.
Big 12, I'm going with the Arizona Wildcats. I don't have them in my preseason top 25. I've seen them in and around some preseason top 25s, and I'm beginning to think that was a mistake. T.O., you've talked me into Koa Pete. I'm a big Dwayne Aristide guy. The big guy that they got coming in, or the wing they got coming in from Bayern Munich, Ivan Kirichenkov, I think is how you say it, and Jaden Bradley at the point. Mateus Krivas, I think, is a guy that's going to be a big bounce back guy after being hurt last year. I'm in on this Arizona team. I think they're a top 15 team in America. I'm going to adjust my top 25 to show it.
Go ahead, Fanta. Oh, you want me to do it? Give me not really underrated. Baylor, though. Obi Agbem's a good player from Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Skillings comes down, who's a big-time defensive guy. You look at all the different people they brought in.
The kid from Oregon State, too.
Stud. Yeah. Michael Rataj. They'll be good, too. So, give me Baylor. Why not?
If I couldn't take Baylor.
Take them. You can take Baylor if you want, Baylor.
No, I'm just going to say it quickly. It's the final countdown. It's now or never at UC. So Cincinnati, again, some notable names like Bearcats.
How did that song lead you to Cincinnati?
J.J. Thomas. No, because to me, it's like the clock is ticking.
On Wes Miller.
Yeah. And I like Wes. I think he's very well liked. I think he's a good coach. But you got to win at these jobs. Your conference depth should help you make the tournament, not hurt you.
Yep. Last one, Big Ten, Wisconsin. Love John Blackwell, love Nick Boyd. If Nolan Winter has a breakout kind of season, I think that they are a team that could be in that top 4 in the Big Ten.
Iowa.
Go ahead, John. This is your league.
Iowa, baby. Iowa with Bennett Sturts coming in. I love that hire. I think that Coach McCollum can light it up there and get that program right back into the equation. It's a good program, man. It's a good job. You brought in Brennan Holson to make shots in the front court. Cam Menyawu, he'll be inside. This is a team that I think they've got the makeup with McCollum bringing some of his guys over with him with their playing style. They're going to be deliberate. They're going to defend. Iowa, to me, will make noise right from the jump here in year one of the McCollum era. I think his style fits well in that league. And I'm not saying that they're making the Sweet 16, but they're going to be in impactful games deep into February and into March. And guys, if you're putting a Big Ten draft together of players, Bennett Sturts is going to be right up there. He's one of the best returning players in the sport.
The Big Ten's first team all-league team is just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's really hard.
T.O., give me an underrated team.
Washington.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Good one. I love it too. Love it too.
Yeah, Hannah Steinbach, J.J. Maniquist saw them play, and then they add Desmond Claude and Wesley Yates the third. It's going to be a different
put some respect on
situation.
Q's name.
Yeah, Kumari Peterson, really good. We'll see how it goes. They have different guys that can change the flow of a game.
Yep. And Danny Sprinkle hung out with us one night at Peach Jam. Ate some fried oysters. He loved it. Listen, DTF podcast, man. We got Fanta back. We aren't going anywhere. We're right here. We'll see you guys all season long. For John Fanta, for Terrence Oglesby, my name is Rob Dawson.